is Wishbone the Adorabella with her favorite toy, the stuffed flea. He squeaks like dying prey, and she seems to enjoy him a lot. Takes him out on neighborhood adventures, brings him back home, sometimes with sand spurs all over his body. So, this is Wishbone the Adorabella, a brindle pit bull puppy, 8 months old. Her mom's Bella, a bulldog pit bull, and her father's Beano, a red-nosed pit bull brindle blend. Wishbone is on a raw meaty bone diet. Like this morning, she had some pork shoulder. I would say about, a good handful for me, for an average person. And it had the bone in it. It's amazing she can digest it, but she does. And I've learned that dogs on their natural intended diet, much like their ancestor the wolf, fare much better and have stronger immune systems. It's also a myth that vaccines strengthen the immune system. It actually sensitizes it, weakening it. But that's another video. She's not on vaccinations either. So, yeah, I've noticed she hasn't had a problem with fleas or ticks or anything. We're here in South Florida. We're approaching the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. I got her when she was 3 months old, and she's 8 months now, so it took me a few months to figure out the diet thing and get it right and do more research because I was a rookie and still learning. And one problem I did run into, hi, I'm Mom, was when I was feeding her the little chicken wings, apparently they had too much bone, and I did see the result of what they're talking about, and I will show you. The turds will come out like perfectly chalk-looking turds. Here they are. Look at that. That's from, like, January. And we're in June. Okay? And here's some that got kind of crushed up. But the week she was eating the little chicken wings, those were the turds, okay? They're not hard to find. They're about the yard and they don't really ever dissolve. Okay, here's a turd. That's a real turd. Whoops. Another whitey. Okay, so I've been learning as I go. I did start feeding my cats a raw food diet toward the end of their life, and I did see a tremendous improvement in not just their health, but their hair. They were keeping it, and they weren't shedding like mad. But I had introduced also brewer's yeast, also known as nutritional yeast, into their diet, and that is a byproduct of the fermentation process, and is very nutritious and has a mother load of nutrients and vitamins and goodies. And it has an unusual amount of B vitamins, which are associated with keeping hair not just in animals but in human beings. That's why it's interesting to note, it's been said that in America we have more balding than anywhere in the world, but yet we're a melting pot of people, so we cannot say it's because of our race, the American race. It's because what we have in common is our shared sad diet, the standard American diet, processed, devoid of most nutrients, white flour being the base, missing its bran and all the goodies, and that's right, you guessed it, a lot of B vitamins. But that's another video. My dog is doing very well. She's never been to a vet. She's not sick at all. I was going to start getting into sicknesses, but that's going to start turning into the vaccine video, so I'm just going to save that for another one, actually, because it seems to be loaded and upset people, and it's an area where we need to shed light on the facts. because you will find these people haven't really objectively researched anything. They've just been brainwashed into believing whatever by a lot of these vets who are like doctors who are quacks and push things that aren't necessarily needed. There really are safe, healthy alternatives that are also inexpensive. But they don't get kickbacks on that, so keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up, and we'll go back to Miss Wishbone. And I do let her run around. My backyard is not fenced in, and she always comes back home. And I know that's a little, you know, questionable, but this neighborhood, I'm just really not worried about it. That's pretty much what I let my other dog do for 13 years straight. So, thank you for tuning in. Please consider a raw food diet for your pet. And one thing to keep in mind is it's nature's toothbrush. It's ridiculous for you to watch your dog's teeth rot out over a domesticated diet that is promoting rotten teeth rather than prevent the problem. Granny was right when she said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And dogs are intended to be carnivores. They're omnivores to a degree. They will eat some other things, but they have a natural predisposition and prefer meat, straight up. Any other scavenging they do is just when they can't find anything else. And in wolves, you will find some green in the contents of their stomachs from when they took down prey and ate whatever was in the prey's stomach. And sure, they'll enjoy some berries and stuff in the spring, but nothing major with the greens. Come on back, sweetie. Come on back. Come on, come on. Thanks. Okay, so keep it coming. But the important thing about feeding your dog meat on the bone is your dog will rip it off. Come on, come on. Let's go back in our yard. Come to the back, sweetie. And this exercises their neck, their jaws, their head, their shoulders, even her feet. And let me tell you, it takes her a while, but it's impressive what she can do and digest it, including the bones. And she's usually wanting a nap after that. She's going back to get her sleep. And I tell you what, your dog will be much more inclined to want to chew meat off a bone than leather off your couch, you know what I'm saying? She's been amazing, but we have had a couple of sacrificial items, so you know it does happen. But things are going a lot better than my past with dealing with the dog, but it's just like when you have more than one kid, you learn as you go. So ripping the meat off the bone is very important to exercise them, but also it's part of their the health of their teeth. I have her baby teeth, some that fell out, and I took a couple out myself. They were just barely hanging on with some thin skin. I saved my other pet's teeth too. Come on, sweetie, come on back. Let's go inside. Come on. But you will find when they're on this kind of diet, their health will improve. They will be happier. They totally enjoy it. And let me just say, whoop, by the way, I don't know, I have this room I'm actually working on. This is my woman cave. So it's a work in progress. This molding up here I'm actually shaping. It's not really wood. I'm trying to make it look old craftsman. I'm also building this closet with the arch. This closet, which my washer dryer will go in, but that's another story. But here's her bell to go out and use the bathroom. So I taught her to use that. Okay, so one thing, some people are concerned about the raw food diet making their dog sick and parasites. So let's touch on that real quick. Okay, if you're afraid of that, freeze the meat for, you know, some people do it a day or two, but some people do it for weeks just to be sure, because some parasites they think are stubborn. But bear in mind, when your dog has a healthy immune system, it's not on a diet that promotes parasites, okay? Just like human beings, like parasites like junk food, like they like the sad diet, they like the sweets, the simple carbohydrates. But freeze the meat and you're good, okay? Some people worry about bacteria and all this stuff. Look, dogs in the wild eat putrid fucking roadkill, okay? They have extremely high stomach acidity that handles all of this. So just stop freaking the fuck out, okay? We live in a germaphobe society, and it's really gone too far, especially with all their hand sanitizers. I'm thinking they're not sanitizing anything. They're contaminating with toxic chemicals that not just kill germs, but you. And your skin doesn't discriminate. It's porous. It takes in anything and everything via osmosis. But anyway, that's another video too. People worry that chicken bones will kill your dog. It's risky to feed your dog any cooked bones because they're brittle and they splinter easy. Raw bones are very pliable and flexible, so you should not feed your dog any cooked bones, and all raw bones are fine, but maybe there could be some that are weird out there, like some sort of fish bones that could stab them, or I don't know, but it's amazing that she eats up this hard pork bones, and the chicken bones, that you can tell they're flexible. They're like, you can bend them even, but she digests them. They're built for this. Okay, in we go into our little house. I guess on an ending note, we could see the baby teeth. Okay, we're in my little love nest, my master suite, or my mistress suite. This is the little bookshelf I made, actually. I collect miniature hardback books and I like to make furniture. But here are the teeth from 3 different cats, 2 Siamese, a Cornish Rex, and 3 different pit bulldogs. All of the little teeth. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Please do your homework and decide for yourself. There are vets out there that promote this and also not vaccinating, so please be open-minded and realize there are other alternatives, and they give excellent results. Oh, yeah, and the parasites, coconut oil is a natural anti-parasitic, and so is black walnut. So you really don't have to go jack your pet up with chemicals and all of this, And then with parvo, that you can actually cure, treat, and prevent with black active charcoal. And let's see, what was it? Was it lavender? Yeah, because lavender is an antiviral as well as, and parvo is a virus. And by the way, one thing, okay, that's the one people really make you feel guilty about not vaccinating for, but people don't tell you that 1/3 of the dogs that get the vaccination still get parvo and are now guaranteed to die. Whereas if your dog overcomes it, and they do, some do overcome it, they have lifelong immunity. And also your dog is only likely to get it in the first 6 months of its life, and if it's a shit eater. Or sure, it got poo on its paw and it licks it, okay. But I'm just really not worried about it, okay? And it will compromise, the vaccine will compromise your dog's immunity. Do know that, and it has been known to also kill some dogs and shorten lifespans. Okay, I'd rather stick with the charcoal. I still think there was another thing though, and I'm forgetting. I wanted to share it with you, but I would have to check my notes. Oh, and then with the heartworm, yeah, back to black walnut. Yeah, pretty inexpensive. Alright, well, thanks, and bye-bye.